David Kurtz with TPM Media here in St. Paul with Ben Smith of the Politico. Thanks for joining us, Ben.
Thanks for having me.
Give me your impression so far of the first 3 days here.
Well, I mean, I think it's been kind of a rocky couple days, as were the first couple days of the Democratic Convention. I mean, it's basically been the hurricane and the kind of Sarah Palin freak show, right?
The energy level here, compare it to Denver, your impression.
I mean, just so much lower than Denver, smaller, empty seats. Though, you know, I think the people in the hall love the Palin choice, and tonight the energy level's already feeling kind of higher than it's been.
Yeah, you can tell there's a little bit more of a buzz going tonight.
For sure.
Where's the affection for her coming from?
Well, I guess I think it's coming from a couple of places. One is just that she's really a member of the conservative base. She's really, really socially conservative. She was sort of a culture warrior in Alaska. She people in the conservative movement knew her more than I think probably anybody else in the country as the national figure. And she's got this great story that people really like. So, yeah, what's not to love about her? I'm trying to think of an equivalent that for the Democrats could have nominated, but none springs to mind. But yeah.
Yeah. So the freak show the first couple of days has been.
I don't know if Obama chose Russ Feingold. That's not quite it, but it's just somebody just really out of the core of the party.
Right. How much of a distraction do you get a sense that this has all been for the convention, for Republicans?
Oh, just total. I mean, I think that's the only story that's come out of here so far is Sarah Palin and her sort of complicated and strange life.
And tonight's speech, I mean, is there anything she can do to sort of tamp all that down and get a running start into the general election campaign next week?
I mean, I think she's already got. It's like going to be very difficult for her. I mean, on the other hand, I think there was a CBS poll that said something like 60% of Americans still have no idea who she is, and most of the people who do know who she is have a good impression. So she's like 25, 30 million people are going to see her tonight. So I think that'll be for them, most of them, first thing they learn about her.
So first impressions will be pretty important.
Yeah, I think so.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about was the sort of backlash today against the media from the McCain campaign. Were you feeling that directly? I mean, were you getting a lot of grief from them to lay off of this and move on to other stuff? I
mean, I don't know which reporters were deluging them with questions about which baby was which, and maybe they were getting some of that, but I must have been off the record because it wasn't in print in the mainstream media. And so no, I mean, it's just the usual nonsense. The Obama campaign did it for a while, the Clinton campaign did it. It's just when you're down, and it is a sign of weakness, not of strength.
Thanks for your time, Ben.
Thank you.
David Kurtz for TPM Media.